Hello students, hope you all have gone through whatever we have studied and you must have done your revisions. So now let's start with today's topic. Today we are going to discuss about the class aves. Aves means the birds. All the birds, they all come in the category of the aves, right? So let us see all features, what special characteristics they are having, and because of what all the characteristic features they have been kept in the class aves. So the first point is that they have the feather, beak, forelimb in the form of feather. So here you can see that this bird is having feather. It is also having a beak and her forelimbs are converted into the feather over here. This feather which you can see, it has been converted into the forelimb. Actually it is its forelimb which has been shifted or evolved or converted into the feather part. So this is actually main characteristic feature because of which the organisms, those who have all these things, they are kept in the category of the aves. Then hind limb to clasp, walk and swim. This is the hind limb. Here you can see this hind limb. This hind limb helps them to walk, to swim and to hop, to jump, because you might have never seen a bird walking, they hop. So this is for that purpose. They have no glands on the skin, on the body surface. They nowhere at all they are having glands, as we are having sweat gland, but they don't have any gland like that. Just they have one oil gland at their tail base. So here at the tail base they are having just a oil gland present over there. They have the hollow bones. Hollow bone means it helps them to maintain their body pressure, body balance in the air when they fly. If their bone is hollow, having space, air space in it, cavity in it, that means their bones are very light. So if the body will be light in weight, then they can easily fly in the sky, right? So for that purpose they have the hollow bones. And here I have written a word, pneumatic. Pneumatic means the organisms, those who can maintain their body pressure in the higher atmospheric pressure too. Means बाहर के pressure से भी वो अपने body का pressure, body को balance करके आराम से walk, आराम से move, fly off कर सकते हैं. So this pneumatic means which helps them to fly nicely in the external higher pressure also. They have the air sacs connected to the lungs for respiration. So here they are having air sac in their hollow bones cavity, and because of this air sac they have the air in the body, and as their body is very light, so they have air in their body stored, and this air sac is connected with the lungs, so that in lungs they have good amount of air and they can respire properly, nicely. The amount of oxygen is filled in the body in a proper way when they are flying that time also, because as you go on the higher altitude the oxygen level decreases, so it helps them to fly off in the sky in a better way. Next they have crop and gizzard. Crop is actually storehouse in birds present here at the neck surface. At this place inside the body, in the neck, this crop is present which works as a esophagus, and this is just a place where birds store their food. So this is a storehouse of food in the birds. Gizzard is here. Gizzard is present in stomach, and this helps in digestion of the food. So gizzard, you can see it is present in the birds like this, and at this place, gizzard's place, in gizzard, the food get digested in the bird. This is present in the stomach. Okay. So, and here I had mentioned crop and gizzard are present as additional chamber of digestion. They are the warm-blooded organisms. Warm-blooded organisms means they can maintain their body temperature extremely. Means if outer side body temperature, environment's temperature is there, so according to that they can maintain their body temperature higher and lower both. So that kind of organisms who can maintain their body temperature according to the external environment, then those organisms are called as the warm-blooded organisms. They are having 4 chambers of heart, auricles and ventricle two are present over there, so that proper oxygenated and deoxygenated blood can travel in the body. They have the sexes separate. Male organism is different and female one is different. Fertilization internal. So what happens? The fertilization which is there, it happens inside the body. That means zygote is formed inside the body. Development is direct. Direct development means there is no larval stage. Directly they develop into the young one. Okay. Now they are the oviparous also. So you can mention that they are the oviparous except bat. Bat is a mammal. Don't get confused that okay, birds means bat is also bird. No, bat is a mammal because it gives birth to the young one and it feeds it. Okay. So this example is actually of this one. So don't get confused. Okay. So the development is direct and they are the oviparous egg-laying animal. In the aves only ostrich is there, which is a flightless bird. Okay, so ostrich is having feather but it can't fly. A very fine feather like structure is present in the body. They are the tallest one but they can never fly. So some examples I have mentioned: sparrow, parrot, penguin, myna. These all are the aves. Now let us see the class Mammalia. In Mammalia, the main characteristic feature of Mammalia is that the organisms, those who all can breastfeed or those who all can feed with the milk to their young one, they are called as a Mammalia or mammalian. Okay. So this is one of the major function of it. If anybody asks that what is mammal, you can say the organism, those who feed with the milk with their young one, they are called the mammals. So mammalias, you can see aquatic, you can see terrestrial, you can see aerial. All 3 kind of mammalias are present. Aerial here this one, terrestrial dog, cat, buffalo, aquatic like whale is there. Whale is also a mammal. So it comes in the category of Mammalia. Now let us see over here. Mammary, this is mammary gland for milk production, which I have told you that this is one of the very special characteristic feature of the mammalians. They have 2 pair of limbs. 2 pair of limbs means 2 hand, 2 leg they are having. 2 pairs of limbs, skin with the hair. So on the skin surface you can find hair. Ear with pinna. So pinna is actually, this is the just one part of your ear. If you will when you will go to the higher class, higher chapters in 11th only, you will study about the internal ears part. You might have got through it in class 10th also. So only pinna is that part of the ear which is visible actually. Otherwise rest all the parts are inside your body. So is pinna present in the body. They are homeothermic. Homeothermic word means those who can maintain body temperature. So for example, if you will take we human beings, we are homeothermic because when it is outside very cold, at that time during winters we start shivering. So what does it happens? It is actually a natural process which happens in our body, shivering. Because of the shivering our body gets warm, so the temperature is maintained. Same way during the summers. During summers we sweat a lot, so because of the sweating our body temperature gets maintained according to the external environment. So that kind of organisms are called as homeothermic, and we mammalias are the homeothermic, or all other mammalias, they are homeothermic. Heart is four-chambered, auricle and ventricle. Again, auricle and ventricle for supplying oxygenated and deoxygenated blood simultaneously. For excretion, kidney is present. So there are two kidneys present in a pair, kidneys there, which helps for the excretion of the waste materials in our body. The sexes are separate, means male and a female body is entirely different. Then internal fertilization. Now you are very much aware that what does it mean. Internal fertilization means zygote is formed inside the body itself. Viviparous, that means they give birth to the young one. So viviparous is the organism, those who give birth to the young one, and oviparous, as they are oviparous, right? So oviparous, egg laying, and viviparous, those who give birth to the young one. Except platypus. This platypus is the organism who don't give birth to the young one. Okay, he lays the egg, but as it feeds its baby with the milk production which is produced in our mammary gland, so that is why it is in the category of the mammalia. Here I have made a bird. This is a bat which comes in the mammalia category. Here I had mentioned it's all the parts. This is the claw which is over here, this is eye, and these are the second, third, fourth and fifth digits, means arms part which has been segregated, which helps in the flying. This is platysm, which is the round section of the feather one, which actually gets closed and open. So this is very important part of the bat which protects it. This is the tail area, tail portion, and here are some examples of the mammalias like gorilla, then pangolin is there, rat, rabbit, whale. So whale is actually a mammal. So these all are the characteristic features of the aves and mammalia. Hope you got to know, you have understood all this. So just keep it in your mind. Later we will discuss with some more topics.